You.
Guten Morgen. How the heck is everybody today? What?
Love it.
Was that good or bad?
You know, it's German. It always sounds bad. Oh, thank you. I'm falling apart here.
We just played There Is a Dream, and Jan did her best to sign it. May's not here.
Off the cuff here.
Well, not bad. Not bad.
I forgot a few words.
I saw the time thing, but hey, that works, right?
Yeah. No, that's it. That's true.
Is it? Okay. Yeah.
I did good enough. She did what she could. That's a Bible verse. She did what she could.
Did anybody know you can send money on Zoom now?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't know. I just got an email. Really? I didn't know that. So many things we don't know.
Some things.
Yeah. Wedding rings derive from the ancient Egyptian custom of placing rings used as money, on the bride's finger to indicate that she was endowed with her husband's wealth.
I can't wear my wedding ring. My fingers are too swollen.
That's the story, and she's sticking to it.
No, really. I tried to put it on when ink.
No.
And that's as far as it went.
Yeah, they almost had to cut it off her when she was in the hospital. So.
The doctor gave me some silicone gel and said, I'm going to step out of the room and you do what you can to get it off because we don't want to cut that off. We don't have to. It hurt, but I did it.
That would not be good. There is true music of nature, the song of the birds, the whisper of the leaves, and the ripple of waters upon a sandy shore, and the wail of wind or sea. It was John Lubick. Nice.
Do you know that sometimes when the weather's nice enough, I go outside, get my lawn chair, just sit in the sun, and listen to the birds. I call it Chirp Therapy.
Yep.
It works.
Yep. We sat in the living room yesterday in the sun,
Yeah.
eating our yogurt.
Eating ice cream, yogurt.
Eating yogurt. Yeah.
Because it was cold.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to stop us though.
No, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Ooh.
Youth is wasted on the young. Absolutely. Write in your hearts that every day is the best day of the year. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Go, Ralph.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to read an article from the Saturday Evening Post. Yes, I do get that magazine. I just started doing it. It's like, I was always curious, because it's been around a long time. I mean, longer than any of us are alive. Have been alive. And this article was from 1958. Okay. If there's one thing we've always taken for granted in this country, it is the fact that we can laugh. But can we? What's funny anymore? Subjects we could treat lightly once are deadly serious today. Derision is taken for disloyalty. Political satire is extinct. Personal caricature is libel, and parody is illegal. Remember Mark Twain's caustic comment, first God made idiots for practice, and then he made congressmen. Today, Mark Twain would be denounced as a subversive or a communist. We're no longer able to laugh at ourselves. We're losing our sense of humor at a time when we need it most. One by one, we've heralded all of our sacred cows behind a high barbed wire fence of patriotic or social or racial sensitivity. If a comedian trespasses inside, he is promptly punished. We need to laugh today as we never have laughed before. Laughter springs from confidence, but the opposite is just as true. Laughter begets confidence. By Corey Ford, September 20th, 1958.
So profound.
Still same and still true.
Still same and still true.
Laughter
That's when
is
the
important.
John Birch Society was around. So, all right. Time is our most valuable asset, yet we tend to waste it, kill it, and spend it rather than invest in it.
Ooh, that's true.
We can no more afford to spend major time on minor things than we can spend minor time on major things. And the greatest definition for concentration I ever heard is Whatever you are, be there. Wherever you are, be there.
He lost concentration on that. Hey, honey, show him the picture that Peggy Huff's on, and we'll put it up with the camera.
Okay. Excuse me. Donated this picture to the church. It is John Clement. Let's see how well I can get it in front of the camera. Okay.
See the cute little church?
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty
good.
Yeah, we'll
And
pass it around.
We already did.
Oh, okay.
Already did.
Does it say where it is?
No, it just says divine protection.
We could ask John where it is.
The Northwest Drylands is what
Yeah,
it says on the
Northwest Drylands. Yeah.
back. Around here.
So, very cool. Very cool. Thank you, Peggy.
Yeah, we'll find a place to hang it.
Place for that.
Frame it and hang it. Give it a good home.
What? Want to do calendar?
No? It's not my job.
Today is a Healing Sunday. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay. Meditation after church, 11:30ish, and then 1:30 to 3:30, Course in Miracles, Sandra and William. So, and then this week, Course in Miracles on Thursday evening, Josie, from 6 to 8 p.m. Talk to Josie.
Yep. Lots going on in there.
All right, T-shirts and sweatshirts. I like this one. Let's eat, comma, mom. Let's eat, mom. No comma, of course. Punctuation saves lives. The past, present, and future walked into a bar. It was tense. A good pun is its own reward. 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 Listen and silent. Have the same letters. Coincidence? Listen and silent. And then-
Scare and sacred do too.
Who would I?
Scare and sacred. Scared and sacred have the same letters.
Okay. And then a box.
Be one or
with
the other.
Think.
Think is outside the box.
Think is outside the box. Of course it is. So, I like that. There is a dream today for men who can make wrong appear right. God, I did it again. There is a demand today for men who can make wrong from right.
What?
Good grief. Well, that was Publius Terentius, 190 BC. So, nothing doth more hurt in a state than that cunning men pass for wise. Sir Francis Bacon, 1500s. To get others to come into our way of thinking, we must go over to theirs, and it is necessary to follow in order to lead. William Hazlitt. So, all right. How is everybody today? This is the third day in a row that we've had unbelievably gorgeous weather. I hope everybody is getting outside, and I mean really getting outside, even if it's just in front of the sun. We do have a couple patron saints, George Carlin and John Lemon.
Okay, George and John.
Take it away.
Okay. John said, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. It's true. And George, if Helen Keller had psychic ability, would you say she had a fourth sense? I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
Because she's missing two, so it couldn't be a sixth sense, so it'd have to be. Sorry, I had to explain that.
Artificial intelligence is no match for natural stupidity. I'm great at multitasking. I can waste time, be unproductive, and procrastinate all at the same time.
Boy, howdy.
If you can smile when things go wrong, you have someone in mind to blame. Take my advice. I'm not using it.
Wouldn't want it to go to waste.
Yeah. All right. Why do we press harder on a remote control when we know the batteries are going dead?
Because we can.
No, I'm sure it's going to work. I'll tell you what does work, though, if you open up the compartment and just roll the batteries because the contacts get corroded, so a little bit. It does help frequently. Why do banks charge a fee on insufficient funds when they know there's not enough money?
Because they can.
I know. Why does someone believe you when you say there are 4 billion stars, but check when you say the paint is wet?
Because we can.
Oh, I know.
Curious minds can't
Okay,
touch the stars.
that's it. Anything else?
Oh, heck if I know. Anything else going on we should know about?
Like a good barb.
A lot of static.
Is there? Okay. This microphone.
Is it static?
Oh yeah, I can see it. Well, I can. Yes. I was wondering if it was this. Well, I'm making that, but I don't know. I don't know if it's that or this. We're thinking it's
Hey, can you
one
hold
of
that?
these two
It's
things.
really warm up here. I'm gonna
It is
divest
warm up
myself
here, isn't
of
it?
this. Help. Things you cannot do with two hands, and one hand is discombobulated.
And yes, I made Janice buy this.
He does that. He just makes me buy clothes. I don't know what his problem is. Ouch. Whew.
Get it?
No, but I can.
Okay.
No.
Don't worry, there's nobody here.
I can't do it.
Nobody watching.
The things you cannot do when you have
Wow.
titanium plate and screws in a rod in your arm that won't let your arm go very far.
Ow.
Why are you out? Oh, you're arthritis. Man, we're a team, aren't we? Okay, get out of here. I'm
Okay.
done. I'm done. Hey, when you get a chance, would you bring me some water or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Before I forget, I don't know what you do with your mask. You buried it?
There it is.
It's even St. Patrick's Day red, green. Can we just start over with the day? So I would like a volunteer, don't have to answer me right now, but I would like to do a better job this year of connecting with our vendors for the expo. And I have a program that does the emails. So I would need somebody to send out an email between now and maybe November once a month. And then maybe a follow-up call. There's about 50 vendors. And then if we could, we'll probably have to do more often than that as we get closer to the expo. But I really need some help. This has taught me a lot over the last couple of weeks that, you know, there's things that it's time for me to just let go of. And monitoring the vendors for our expo is one of those things that it's time for me to release. Hi, little one. Oh, did you bring me some water? Thank you. Can we see her? Let me do the camera. She is adorable. Is this the cutest thing you've ever seen?
Say hi.
Hi.
Can you say hi? No, shy.
Thank you, Christina.
Yes, no problem.
Christina and Juliet. Isn't Juliet the cutest little thing? Christina's not bad either. Okay, so I'm really not procrastinating. It's Healing Sunday, and I have a bunch of stuff I want to share with you today. I'm really kind of excited to share it. We've been doing the healing codes from Dr. Alexander Loyd. And as I was looking at this week's message about the healing codes, there's just so much information here. And then, I discovered that it linked to something else that I did 9 years ago. So we're going to put those two together. Those of you at home, I have handouts for people here at church. I will attach the handout to the YouTube video, so we can get that done later. But I want to chat with you about all of this. Let's start with the healing codes. I'm avalanching. You know, we've talked about, this is number 7 in our list. And the first one we talked about was unforgiveness. And I have to tell you that I feel like really a hypocrite talking to you about number 7, because this is something that I'm not really good at. I'm better than I was 9 years ago, but I'm still not as good as I would like to be. And what we're talking about is patience. Are you as good with patience as you would like to be? Do you get frustrated? Irritated? Darn. So I have a lot to share with you about patience because I don't know it, and I'm implementing it, and I'm growing in that area. So let's grow together. Let's share together. Because I ain't got this one down yet. But we can learn together and we can improve together. So the first healing code that we talked about was unforgiveness. And if we don't forgive and have a clean slate, it's impossible to have patience. Because we're already set up, geared up. If we have unforgiveness in our being, we're already set up and geared up for being aggravated. Unforgiveness is an aggravating energy, is it not? So the more we can let go, the more patient we can be. Patience is the power of allow. The power of allow. We can allow things to be as they are because we know they're going to change. It's the law of impermanence. Winter always turns into spring. Spring becomes summer. Summer becomes fall. Fall becomes winter. Things change. Good things happen, and then good things fade, and other things happen, and sometimes there's bad things. But see, we judge things as good or bad, whether they may or may not be good or bad. But the power of allow allows things to be as they are, and it allows us to move through them with grace. With grace. The second healing codes we talked about was harmful actions. Sometimes the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. We know the right thing to do, but sometimes we just don't do it. It's easier to play a video game than it is to get up and vacuum, right? It's easier to do stupid stuff than it is to ponder and think about what's important. It's easier to get riled up about politics than it is to pray. It's not really easier, but we tend to make it easier. We just take that short circuit. Unhealthy beliefs was number 3, where we believe we're not good enough. Or we believe that the world is out to get us. Those are unhealthy beliefs that block us from being where we need to be and for being in this place of power of allow. In this now moment, because this now moment is where we have our power. Darn it. Then there was love. Without love, it's really hard to have patience. Because sometimes the things that make us impatient require our love, do they not? Even ourselves. Anybody get impatient with themselves? Ugh. Yeah, me too. Joy. Joy. It's really important to have joy in our life, isn't it? Let me back up. When we talk about love, when love is backed up or love is not present or we are not active in that state of being, that affects our endocrine glands, our endocrine system. Joy is the skin, oil, hair, nails, all of that. So you have brittle nails, you might want to add joy to your life. Make sense? Peace is the next one. We did peace last time. That's our guts. You have a gut instinct about something, if you don't listen to our guts, we're not going to have peace. See how that works? And today's it talks about patience, which affects our immune system. If we aggravate ourselves and don't allow ourselves to find patience in the world, it affects our immune system, the lymph, tonsils, bone marrow, spleen, liver, lungs, and intestines as well. So when we are out of this place of patience, we're harming ourselves. We're harming our own body. This is a powerful tool for us to look at. So the opposite of patience is anger, frustration, bitterness, insecurity, and filling the void with junk, whether it's junk food, junk thoughts, junk actions. My desires are not yet fulfilled, so I'll eat or drink or watch video games or watch movies or whatever to avoid being in the moment. This moment is powerful. This moment is where we have a lot of power. When I was pondering patience, which is wait, dang it, wait is a 4-letter word not to be spoken in polite company. We don't like to wait. I want it fixed. I want it fixed now. I want to go through it. I want to get it done. If it's going to be an unpleasant thing, let's just get it over with. But sometimes we don't have control over that, especially because things take time. I want an apple on that tree right now. Not going to work. And no matter how frustrated I get, that tree still has to wait till the right weather so it can bloom and wait for the little bees to come and pollinate, and then the little fruit has to grow. My getting frustrated isn't going to make it happen any faster. So why do we get frustrated? Because we can. We can. It's just human nature. But one of the most powerful things we can do is shift our awareness. And I happened to stumble upon an old message. Well, I wasn't stumbled upon it. How can I say this? So as I was pondering patience and really taking a look at this and looking at it with my heart and not just my mind, I was reminded of the power of focusing. Remember this little book that I told you about years ago? This would be, there you go, Power of Focusing. And I'm going to read to you an example of how I use the power of focusing. And we're going to walk through the power of focusing using patience energy as a focus point for us. Here's an example of the process. I had a pain that didn't seem to want to go away with normal treatment. I looked into my body. This is what happened with me personally 9 years ago. I sensed into my body and stated, I'm sensing into my body. That created an environment of safety for my body to respond. It was not commanded to step up and declare itself. I just went in to be with my body. The pain responded with feelings more than words. I got a sense of being let down. As I said hello to the feeling of being let down, I allowed it to feel what it was feeling. Hard to do. I wanted to fix it. That's patience. Power of allow. I went in with patience. I asked if that feeling of being let down rang true with my body. I got a response back that felt like being at peace. If I perceived a feeling incorrectly, usually my brain got in the way, then the pain or discomfort would increase, and that would tell me, no, I'm off track. And then I would just be with it again and see what came up. And the brain is going to want to fill in and tell you what's going on. Oh, what's happening here is you're just mad. Or what's happening here is just that, no, just be with it. And either a picture will come up or a thought will come up that will help you clarify what this is all about. So I asked again if I could just be with the feeling and being let down for a while. Being with it, that's patience. Just patiently being with it, being present. Again, I got that peaceful feeling. Sitting with an interested curiosity is something I'm not used to doing. I'm a take care of it kind of person, and doing nothing but observing was a challenge. Anybody relate to that? I was just kind of being with that being let down feeling. It was weird. It really was weird. I asked it what it got feeling so let down. I flashed on a situation when I did something someone else wanted me to do rather than what I wanted to do. I asked what the pain in my body needed from me right now. What a concept. Again, I flashed on this situation it showed me earlier, only this time I sensed myself doing the same thing, but this time talking with my body and telling it that it would be okay and assuring it that I would make a good choice. My body was concerned I hadn't taken its needs into consideration, which I hadn't. You know, that's one of the hardest things about, especially with this injury, is I am not gentle with my body. I just do what has to be done. I mean, that's kind of what I was taught to do. To actually stop and ponder, is this helpful? Is this a good way to do that? That's not in my realm. I asked if it would feel like for everything to be okay, and the pain went away. The pain went away. Oh my gosh, pain went away. I asked if I could stop sensing in my body in a moment or two, and I got that peaceful feeling again. I thanked my body for sharing with me its insights, and I told it that I would come back again soon. I got a very peaceful feeling and took a deep breath and came back into the room. I felt good, relaxed, at peace, validated, elated that my body actually communicated with me, and pleased that I could actually get out of the way, out of my head, and really into being aware of my senses. I hope you really try it. This is a powerful process, and we're going to try that today. So let's look at the power of patience, that power of allow, and then we're going to take that patience and apply it to our body. And I'll walk you through the process. I gave you the handout for the power of focusing process. I'll walk you through that. So for now, what I'd like you to do is notice if there's a discomfort in your body, or if there's a situation in your life where you're finding yourself being impatient. Anybody have something they could look at in their world of influence? Actually, it's probably like, which thing am I going to consider for now? So check something out in yourself. Figure it out. Make a decision on that. And Mr. Phil, I'm going to have you dim the light, sir. And we're going to just do a guided meditation upon a guided meditation here. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to center into your being. Just be here. Be in this moment. Allow yourself to be here. That feels good, doesn't it? I have presence in the now with courage to allow. And bring that energy into your heart space and let your heart space open. Let this beautiful, gentle energy of allow to allow you to open. And as your heart opens, allow your mind to open. And as your heart and your mind open, allow your guts to open. All your perception circuits open. And allow yourself to perceive the presence of divine in your life. Now, in this moment, you're connected in. You always are. In this moment, with the power of allow, we can sense it even more fully. And allow yourself now to ask for divine patience, knowing that everything happens in divine timing. Proverbs 47:10. Be still and know that I am God. We can allow God to take it for now. For now. Allow yourself to acknowledge and notice where you're all hung up, where you're frustrated. Maybe there's bitterness from an old frustration. Maybe there's worry. And you might want to just open your palms up and allow that discomfort, that worry, that which you've been hanging on to, pour that into your hands and give it up to God. You might want to even lift your hands up. Give it up. And then bring your hands back down, palms down, in symbolic form that you're not going to take it back on. And allow yourself to be. I am present, and I allow life to unfold. Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. You have love in your heart. Whatever worry or concern is going on, it's going to work out for the good. Maybe you don't know what that's going to look like. It's okay. We can have patience and allow as we be still in this moment. I hereby allow my life to unfold. I relax into peaceful waiting. I receive the power of presence and allow my healing to unfold. This moment is sacred. Breathing divine peace in and sending divine peace into your body. Asking for divine peace again. Loving Spirit of Light, send me peace. Breathing in that peace and sending peace into your awareness. Asking for divine peace again, breathing it in and sending it into your emotional body, your emotional system. We carry emotions throughout our whole body. Let peace touch every aspect of our body. Breathing in that divine peace again, a gift from God, and sending it into our bone structure. Receiving divine peace and divine patience again. This divine power of allow, and sending it into every fiber, every tissue, every cell, even down into the DNA. And as we do so, we allow ourselves to relax. And now gently, gently, gently bring your attention into your physical form. Take some time, take a moment to sense into your body and ask, what wants my awareness now? See where you're led. Be patient with this process. Take some time now. Where are you being led? Is there a discomfort? Take a moment and just acknowledge that. Say hello to that. Without criticism, without frustration, but with this divine patience. Just be. You might want to notice what's the best way to describe that. Let it tell you what it's experiencing. Let it tell you what it's feeling. And notice if it's okay just to be with that for right now. Not to fix it, not to change it, but to be with it. Just be with it. You might sit with interested curiosity as you're just being with this experience within your body. You might notice if it's experiencing an emotional quality. Is there an emotion here? What might that be? Now, sometimes our brain will jump in and try to tell us what's going on. Just thank the brain for its input. Be patient with our brain. It's just trying to fix it. And really sense, really hear what this aspect of your body or your situation is trying to tell you. You might ask it, what's getting you so whatever? And let it fill in an emotional or descriptive word. What gets you so upset? What gets you so painful? And just with divine patience, sit with it. Allow it to be. And notice with open curiosity. You might want to ask it what it needs from you right now. What does it need from you? How could I be a blessing? How can I bless you? And when you receive your answer from that, ask your body now to show you what all okay would feel like. Show me what all okay would feel like. And you might experience a huge shift. And you might want to check in now with this discomfort and see if it's okay to stop soon, if it's all right. It may need a little more attention. It may want you to pay attention a little longer. If you're okay and good to go, it'll send you a message about that. And you might want to tell it, I'll be back. I'll pay attention again. And then thank your body. Thank this issue that has come up for your attention. And allow yourself to feel this deep sense of divine patience. The power of allowing. The power of waiting in peace. Allow yourself to feel that power moving through every aspect of your body. Not just the one that we were focusing on, but in every aspect of your body. And through every situation in your life. Breathing that divine peace in one more time. And now sending it out into the world. Receiving that divine patience. And sending that out into the world. People don't have to change because you want them to. You can allow them to be what they are. You can allow situations to be as they are, knowing that your next step will be revealed. And when that step is revealed, you will have this deep power of patience to take that step with power and grace. With deep gratitude, allow yourself to come back into this time and space, fully aware of yourself, fully aware of this time and space, fully aware of your full body and where you're sitting, the clothes that you're wearing. Back into this room, fully clear, fully awake, bringing sacredness into everything you do. Is there any questions on that process? That was kind of a deep one, and I ran through it really quickly. That's why I gave you the handout, so you could do it on your own leisure. First of all, who had a pain in their body that they visited? Okay, several people did. And did that pain respond to your patience, your ability to just sit? How did it respond to you?
Me?
Yeah.
It just dissipated.
It just dissipated.
Yes.
How wonderful was that? You know, because usually when we look at a pain, we go, what in the heck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why do you hurt? Why? When we ask why just sets us up for whining.
Oh, yeah.
So don't why yourself to get to death, because it's not a good answer, not a good question to ask. But this asking from this place of patience allowed it to let go. How beautiful was that? Penny, how about you? What was your experience of that?
I have, I have pain in my back, and it's centered on where I had broken my ribs in the first right? And it eased it so much.
It eased it so much, just
And
bringing that attention there. Yeah.
The warmth and the calming aspect is just.
The warmth and the calming aspect of it was, what a blessing. What a blessing. Who knew? Who knew? Because when we have pain, our response is usually aggravation. What's the opposite of patience? Aggravation. So if we want a different response, we can move into this place of this divine patience and just be with it. Jackie, you had an experience with this?
Yeah, actually, it's my, my left foot decided to, long story. Anyways, it told me that it's gonna take a little bit longer, but
It told her it was going to take a bit longer.
but it wanted me to be aware and not be so, mad at it for not.
It wanted you to be aware and not so mad at it for not being healed immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah. And did the pain ease up?
Yes.
Yes, the pain eased up. Wow, cool. Stephen, welcome, Stephen. Stephen's visiting here from Arizona. There we go. Oh, people want to say hi to Steve. There's Stephen. Hey. What was your experience of that?
I also had pain in my feet, and my left foot asked for attention first, and I focused on that sensation and communicated with it, and the pain just dissipated.
Pain dissipated.
And my right foot said, hello.
Yep, they do that, yeah.
It's got pain in a little different spot, but, just focus on it and sit on it for a while, and then it also dissipated.
It also dissipated. So he focused into each foot one at a time, and the pain dissipated.
You
How?
don't have to run straight for the medicine cabinet.
No.
It takes some pain relief.
We don't.
Try to block it out.
We don't have to block it out. We have the power within us. And it's that focused power of patience. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? Is this powerful stuff or what? Anybody else have a comment about their experience of this? Anybody have any questions about your experience of this? Okay, pretty cool stuff. So, Mr. Phil, if you join me up front, please, we'll do our communion next. Oh, I have to tell you before I forget. um,
Patient.
I was singing the same thing. Patience. Actually, I think I was implementing self-control at that moment, which is a whole nother story. When I came in this morning, the second I walked in, put my stuff down, grandfather drum went thump. So he was saying, hello, good morning. Oh, it must be double extra. I got 2.
Wow.
Wow.
You're special.
I'm special. There's so much here. Would you join me in prayer, please? Loving Spirit of light, as we take this into our bodies, help us to take in patience. Help us to be patient with ourselves. Help us to be patient with others. Help us to be patient with you. Grant us patience. These things we pray in the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen. Oh, sorry. Join us in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, even the things that aggravate us. Help us to drink this in with a new awareness of the power of patience. Help us to focus our patience and to walk in grace. These things we pray in the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen. Okay.
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 Eh,
Yeah.
I'm avalanching over here. I'm doing a fill.
Thank you, Roy.
Excuse me.
Most of you know what this is. You've seen it before in all kinds of other churches. Oh, we do it here too. Why? Got a building, so, and stuff we gotta pay for, so thank you so much for everything you helped with. We wouldn't be here, wouldn't even do this without you. So thank you.
Amen to that.
Oh, good grief. Right.
So if you're online and would like to donate, you're welcome to do that. There's links on the Divine Fellowship page.
Amazon Smile.
Amazon Smile. We're going to have a fundraiser here in, March, April sometime. We have a quilt to raffle off, and we're going to have some other things that we think we'll pull out and just do a online thing and an in-person thing. So we'll figure that all out and get back to you. Not sure how that's all going to work. So again, any questions about your process today? No questions? Well, Mr. Phil? Yeah, couple. Okay, go ahead, Marlena.
I just wanted to comment, throughout the whole thing, I had animals running around.
You had animals running around?
Yeah.
Which animals did you have, dear?
I had
A turtle
a turtle
and a kangaroo
and an owl.
and an owl?
Yeah, there was others too, but those three.
Those three came up? Okay, so the energy of the turtle is wherever you are, you're home. So this gives you protection. Wherever you are, you're protected, you're safe. So this brings you the feeling of safety. It's safe to practice the power of patience, the focusing of patience. And then you had the kangaroo. Okay, so what I'm being drawn to with that is the pouch. And that is whatever life is jumping around, you're safe. Go along for the ride, you're okay, you're safe. And then the owl is about wisdom. You'll know what to do and when to do it. So trying to analyze and figure it out, you can give yourself a break from that. And just allow this divine peace of patience to bless you in your world. Was that helpful? And one other question, Arcana.
Mine was telling me to get up and move around.
Get up and move around. Okay, so that's a good thing. So you can find time to do that and find ways to do that that will bless you. And you'll know what to do. Does that make sense? So when you get a pain, this is a quick reminder, time to move around. Okay? And you had a question too?
I just wanted to comment that I got an attitude adjustment.
Oh, Valerie got an attitude adjustment. May we all be so blessed. So from what to what?
From being cynical and judgmental to just being patient with those that I was holding judgment against.
I love it. So instead of cynical and judgmental, she was able to incorporate that patience and allow things to be as they are. It's powerful, isn't it? Yeah, your energy just went. Very cool. Very cool.
I just had a comment.
Yes, comment.
I didn't really have any pains or anything come up, but I was getting a lot of intense energy in my heart center.
Uh-huh.
And it just built and built and built. And when you said you might feel a shift, I just felt it release.
Oh, wonderful. So she had this
So then I just had a sense of peace come about.
beautiful, beautiful. Because sometimes we are carrying other people's energy,
That's
and that builds up. So when we can allow, on and off here. So as we can allow ourselves to be at peace with that, then that can release. I don't know about some of you, but all the stuff that's going on in the Ukraine, I'm feeling it. And it's hard. But if I can move into this space of being at peace, knowing that I don't have to fix it, there's nothing I can do about that. But I can just have the power of allowing it to be as it is and putting my energy of patience is going to help heal. The more aggravated I get, the more aggravated the world is. So the more I can carry that, more I can process that out. Those of us who are empaths, we didn't come to just suck up energy, we came to transform it. If you're an empath and you're hurting because of somebody else's stuff, transform it. See where it is in your body. For you, Valerie, it was in, not Valerie. Teresa. Valerie, Teresa. It was in your heart space. Maybe you carry all this tension in your guts. Maybe you carry the world's tension in your back or your shoulders.
you know, my shoulders and neck.
Yeah, we do that because that's a natural response to stress. But it may not even be your own. So when you can bring this power of focused patience to that, you can let it go, let God have it, and that helps the one that's suffering. So if I take your headache on and I get a headache, and I can transform that headache because I have the intent to do that, your headache will ease up. Did you know that? That's how that works. That's what empaths came to do. We came to heal by transforming energy. We're the great transformers. But we transform that with our intent. And we transform that with divine power. And the power of our intent to focus our energy into patience. How cool is that? Those of you who are empathic and have been feeling the world's pain, are you better now than you were earlier today? Getting a lot of nods on the heads, yeah. If anyone online has a question about today's we had one more? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got stuck on love.
You got stuck on
Love.
love.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is it,
What I at first got out of it was, if you can't love your neighbor, how can you ever love God?
if you can't love your neighbors, how can you ever love God?
Power.
Yeah. And if we can't love ourselves, how can we love our neighbors? How can we love God? It's all together. It's all together. And being patient with ourselves as we learn that is really important. It's really important. Because sometimes it takes time. It takes forgiveness. It takes healing. Good insights there. Thank you, sir. All right, so let's do a clearing. Let's do an energy circuit for the folks online. And again, if you online have any questions or comments, put them in the notes and I'll get back to them and check in with you when I post this, all right? So for those of us that are online, let's do this energy circuit. See you later, you guys. Right hands together really, really fast. You're still connected into source. Bring it into your heart space. And from your heart space to your left hand to right hand, and then back to your heart space. All of this is done with our intent. You move energy with your intent. You are moving energy with your intent. What do you intend? Do you intend to be joyful? Do you intend to be at peace? Do you intend to be patient? Your intent moves energy, moves mountains actually. So as you have this intent, this connects that energy circuit And you'll feel energy start to build between your hands. I know I can. And this beautiful energy now you can share. Maybe there's someone in your circle of influence is hurting or suffering or having difficulty. And you can send that energy to them and let it go. Sweep that off because we don't want any psychic backwash. Bringing fresh, bright energy from divine source back to the heart space. Heart space to left hand to right hand back to the heart space. And now this energy between our hands is going to really build because we've blessed someone else. And when we bless and are a blessing, we too become blessed. And as that energy is building up between your hands, you can feel that. Now bring that into your heart space. Take this in. This is for you. And you have a great week. And we will see you next time. God bless. And if those of us, we're going to need to make a big circle today. How many people have we got here today?